What up, everybody? It's Rafario here, Towers of Light. And I'm just going to do a little video log, drop it for my own therapy and for anybody else who might be resonant with what I'm going through right now. I'm in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Been here for about 4 days. I've decided to ground in here for the next period of my evolution, next period of my life. And yeah, that's a big step for me. I've been traveling around, so grounding in now. But I just wanted to drop some of the knowledge that I've been coming into. I got an Akashic reading for the fall equinox, and it was very profound, and I've got a lot of good wisdom from that and a lot of good places to start treating myself with a lot more love and respect. I think one of the biggest takeaways is that my thoughts and my feelings are creating my reality. This is something that I've been saying out loud and knowing, and now it's like I'm integrating it in a deeper way. Within the reading that I got, it was very prominent that they were talking about that at age 12, which is a spiritual initiation time period between the ages of 12 and 14 for everyone on the planet, I was hit with the fact that my thoughts were creating my emotions, and then every thought was creating an emotion. So I was also feeling all of these emotions all at once and wasn't knowing that I needed to be responsible for my thoughts and my feelings. And so in this time period of my life, I still have feelings that are coming up that are chaotic, confused, and are holding me back from living my fullest potential in self-love with myself as the creator of my reality with my thoughts and my feelings. So there are thought forms from that age period that are still prevalent. There's a lot that I've rewritten and been able to let go of, which is amazing. But I have to also acknowledge, as these kids are screaming and playing on this playground, that as a kid, I still have some, or as an adult, growing into spiritual adulthood, I have some feelings that are not in harmony with the purity of my spirit and what I want to be bringing into the world. So taking the time to sit with those feelings, and they even mentioned like a practice I could do is getting a crystal ball. A fucking crystal ball, man. Like, that's so fucking cool. When I heard that, I was like, oh, fuck yeah, let's go. Like, let's get it. Let's like sit with a crystal ball. But they mentioned getting a crystal sphere and projecting the feelings that I'm having into the crystal sphere. And once it's inside and resonant in the crystal sphere, I can then sit with it and pick out the thought form that is creating that emotion that is not something that I want to have in my experience anymore. So being able to see clearly and acknowledge those feelings, let them come in, invite them in, and see what the thought form is, so that I have acknowledgement and awareness that I'll be building on what the thought is that's keeping me out of harmony and keeping me out of alignment with my truth, so that when that feeling comes up, I know what the thought is, so that I can weed out the thought and recreate. I sow a new seed of how I want to think about that particular piece of my life. And I'm just really excited to sit with myself in that depth and to take more responsibility for my thoughts and my feelings and how they have created the reality that I'm experiencing right now. Both acknowledging that I'm not exactly where I want to be and accepting myself for exactly where I am, as where I've gotten myself to in this time period is so profoundly different and evolved from where I was 4 or 5 years ago, from where I was a year ago, from where I was 6 months ago, so from where I was a week ago, etc. So being able to really lean into self-love. Another prominent piece of information from that reading, I got to talk to one of my guides, or I got to talk to my guide named Niger, and get into a name basis with that particular entity. And he reflected to me that like I've gone through spiritual infancy and spiritual adolescence, and in those times I'm not expected to take care of myself, and now that I'm standing at the doorstep of spiritual adulthood, it's time for me to fully step into taking care of myself, and that the first step in that is self-love. And that's something that has eluded me and I haven't picked up the mantle of, and I've live my life expecting other people to love me and fulfill that need for love, and not loving myself in the same caliber that I would love someone else, or in the same caliber that people have loved me in my lifetime. So understanding that and cognizing that and integrating that in this now with this video and just in this time period of my life, I'm really excited to step into a loving for self and a self-love that propels me to a new level of understanding how I could create in this world and how I create my reality. And loving myself is like, it's step one, you know, and I feel that more and more. So between owning my thoughts and feelings as the powerful creators that they are, weeding out thoughts from my childhood that no longer serve me, weeding out and dropping fears and accepting the power of my thoughts and my feelings as my creators, and loving myself is what I'm stepping into right now. And I imagine that that's some kind of like universal thing for some of us who are going through this spiritual adulthood and adulthood in general, stepping up into our power and wanting to be of more service and create with that love. And to create with that love means I have to love myself first, so that I'm creating from a point of love for anything that I put myself into, and really holding belief and understanding that I can create anything that I want to in my life and in my existence and in my experience. And as well as, we all have a guide. Every single one of us has a guide that we can literally talk to if we so choose. So I'd recommend getting in touch with yours as well, just sitting still, breathing, and asking questions and feeling what comes up, what thoughts are coming into your head that aren't directly your thoughts. Maybe they're your guide's thoughts. So that's where I'm at right now. And this is where I'm at right now, in a beautiful park, and making content. Gonna be making content on a daily basis as well, and looking forward to more comedic and musical and conversational, and what I'm going through energetically, video logging, and a bunch of different stuff that I'll be posting on my YouTube channel, as well as like feeling into TikTok and feeling into Instagram or Facebook, but seeing how that flow creates itself as I am in the building phase, learning and building phase of this particular project. And I'm just grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to have the awareness as I do, and I'm grateful to be leaning into the love that I have for myself and how much beauty I can bring to this world with my divine talents and my service, and what that looks like moving forward. I'm just really grateful. I'm grateful for all of you as well. I love you so much. Please feel free to ask questions, reach out, and we'll see what takes shape in the creative format from there. But that'll be my time on Ethereal Towers of Light. Subscribe, like, and let's be on this journey together and just learn to love ourselves and create our reality with our thoughts and our feelings, consciously and awarely of what we're creating. And we're not a victim to anything. We're not a victim to anybody, and we're not a victim to our thoughts and our feelings. We are just able to recreate our thoughts. We're able to create with our thoughts, and we're able to weed out what doesn't serve us thought-wise and seed something that does nourish and put us in the places that we want to be in this life. So I love you so much. I love you. Goodbye.